being stuck inside with the lockdown in procedure, I found out something very exciting about these servos, especially for making very light aircraft. Wow, actually it would be better if I was in shot there. Fantastic. Right, as you know, servos go back and forth and control things in a linear fashion, like your flaps or ailerons, those sort of things. But I stripped a gear in one and I pulled it apart, and well, actually I stripped more than one of the gears. You could, can I see? Oh, I can't see. You can see the gears in there. These ones are plastic, and I stripped a gear in one and pulled it apart to find under here. Obviously you can see a little board and a motor, and there's a couple of other things which I will show you now. If you pull away the, oh gosh, there we go. It ends up being looking like this. So there's a potentiometer that the gears were on, and the small controller board, and the motor that makes the whole thing spin. There was a metal gear on there which just slipped off, and I found that, as most of you know, that if you disconnect the potentiometer or change it to being static resistors, then the motor will run in a single direction. Or if you move the potentiometer or other things, you can make it move in both directions, but it'll just keep on rotating, especially if you've got your controller on like a center stopping place, you know, like this over here, forward and backwards, that kind of thing. But anyway, I had these small propellers, and I went, oh, I wonder what happens when you take that small shaft and, you know, stick it on that motor like that. That looks very exciting, doesn't it? Well, if I turn on my transmitter, and don't worry about this motor or this ESC, I'm just using it for the power supply. As you can see, it's on channel 3. Channel 3 goes to our pulled apart servo, and channel 6 for the motor over here, which is just set to one of the switches on the transmitter, so it's not gonna actually move, you know, it's not gonna rotate. But this here, however, if we turn on the power to the device, I better hold that motor. No, it was too hard. There we go. And it's blowing air back at me right now. Oh, as you can see, blowing air back at me. It's on channel 3. So if I bring it over, try to break the thing, we can see it's spinning, and now it's pushing air. And there's a stop point in there somewhere which you have to match up with the potentiometer, and then acceleration. So apparently we move to something on the potentiometer then. And there we go. So you can use, just turn that off, there we go. You can use a broken one of these as a driver of a, what are these called? Brushed motor. And I imagine you could probably stick a bigger brushed motor on. And in fact, I have one of those hobby sort of, not hobby, little toy helicopters. Everyone's seen these. 2 motors, gears, stuff. So change that motor over this one for some bigger props, and that doesn't weigh very much at all. I can't tell you exactly how much because I don't have my scales handy, but yeah, those little helicopters. So you definitely run these on a 1S, and these I'm not sure if they go on a 1S, but I think they go down to that sort of size. But yeah, definitely a 2S. So that, and this would obviously run a lot better or faster. And so there you go. Just a thought for you to use that when you want to make. I don't know that it's going to be super good for a quadcopter because you know you'll need the board and stuff. But definitely you can make a very light airframe, an aeroplane, or something like that uses a DC motor to push. You could probably definitely even use this one here on a small foam sort of plane, and yeah, just make it fly. It'll be really light, 1 or 2S. It'll go great guns. Anyway, just thought I'd share. Thanks for watching.